Yo, what's up, YouTube? Um, Here we go again. I'm gonna be making a website that I saw on YouTube from Easy Tutorials. Shout out to him. I watch him all the time. And the reason why I want to make this website is because one of the comments asked if he could make one with Tailwind CSS. So since I'm using a lot of Tailwind CSS, I'm gonna be doing it with it. I'm just a beginner, and I've already planned what I want to do with this website. So let's get started. First of all, let's go to Tailwind CSS CDN. I'm gonna put this in a description down below. Just copy and paste this on here, and we should be good to go. So let's test it out before we start. Hello world. Alright, so let's try it. Text red 800. Alright, it is working right now. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and start it. First of all, we're gonna need a background, and we're gonna work on the navigation, and then the left side and the right side, and also this background over here. So let's get started. I'm gonna leave this up here in case, just for reference. Class, let's give this a I've already picked this out. This is the one I wanted. It's not text, background. Okay, now let's work on the navigation. First of all, we're gonna add a div, and inside that div we're gonna add an image of the logo. Save it. There we go. And we're gonna add a UL tag and LI. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. 5. So one is home, men, my bad, men, and then women, kids, and then home and living. There we go. So with Tailwind CSS, we don't have the the dots like we usually have with regular CSS. So that's pretty nice. Now let's work on it. Let's try to make this work. First of all, inside here we're gonna add a class of, give a padding of 10. Okay, and then we're gonna give it a flex. Okay, and then we're gonna give it a justify between. Okay, and then what else do we want? PL of 80, PR, padding right, of 60, give it a gap x-axis of 10, and that's items center. Alright, after that we're gonna come here in the UL, give it a class and flex to make it horizontal, and then we're gonna give it a gap x of 10. Alright, then we're gonna give it text of blue of 700, and then items center as well. Alright, supposed to work here, but now this is redundant. Alright, let me close this up. Let's do it like that. Let's make it bigger. Alright. Now that we have it, let's work on the middle section, the middle, and then work on the right side first, and the left side first, and go to the right. Alright, here we go. So under here we're gonna add a div, and then add another div. Then we're gonna add h1 tag of great discount, on latest collections. Here we go. And add a p tag saying form 15. Hit enter right there. Now we're also gonna add a button. We're gonna say shop now. Alright. So this is it for the right side. At the left side, now we're gonna style it up. So on this div, I'm gonna give it a class of flex. Don't make any difference. And then another one, we're at a class of PL 80. Okay. So let me take this off for a little bit. Okay. Now we're gonna give a margin top of 60. It's gonna be in the middle right there. Oh yeah, since we're doing that, we could just do this. Okay, right there. Haven't thought of that. And then we're gonna give it a width of 2/3. Won't make any difference right now. And then we're gonna style the H1, give it a class, text 5XL, make it big. Alright, and then font bold. Alright, and then text blue 700. There we go. And then padding bottom 10, give it a space, and then width of 3/4. There we go, looking closer. But let me try this. Would it work? What about here? Leading 10. No. Since it doesn't work, let me try here. Would it work? Okay, not. Forget about it. Now we're gonna touch on the P tag class. Put petty bottom 10, and then we're gonna give it a width of 3/4 as well. So looking much alike, but not too much. And then we're gonna touch on the button. We get a padding of y-axis of 2. Okay, first of all, let's add a background color of blue 700 as well, and then text white, px padding of axis 5, and then we'll round it LG for the border. Alright, looking close, and that's it for the left side. Looking pretty close, but we have some gap here. We could have just added its own H1 here as well, but never mind. Now let's touch up on the right side. Now we're gonna add a div, and the add an image tag as well. This one is gonna be user. And then let's see what it looks like. Ooh. Okay. Now we're gonna put this div inside this div, so it looks like that. All right. Now that we got that, we're gonna add a, let's see, we gotta add the background like this. So to do that, I'm gonna add another div inside this, and then just empty div. On this div, we're gonna give it a class, class of relative, and this one class of this one is gonna have a BG blue 300. Of course we won't see anything. Let's try to add something, anything. So it's down there. Now we're gonna have to give it a width full, sorry, full, rounded, bottom full, to give it a circle shape like this on the bottom. And then we're gonna give it a height of full screen. Okay, now it's right here. Since we have this relative here, we're gonna use an absolute. We're gonna do top 0, left 0. Okay, it covers the image, but we're not quite there yet. I'm gonna give it an opacity of 30, and then negative z index of 10, so it stays behind the image, but we don't need this anymore. Don't need that. Okay, now we're gonna have to work on our position. So instead of that top 0, let's try top 40. Not quite there yet. $80. Okay. Now we can work on the image class. Oh, let's give it a penny top 10. No, give it a 20. 24, 32. All right, there we go. I think there we have it, gentlemen. I think that looks close to this, but it's weird how maybe we'll give some more gap here. Gap of 20. Ooh, 20 is too much. 15. No such thing, 14. Close. 16. Well, that's close enough. There you guys have it. Now show off to your friends, and if you guys like it, please comment down on what I should do better. Subscribe to give me more likes and to push my content out to other people. And I really like Easy Tutorials. He's a good guy, and this is a good layout. Anyway, I'm gonna leave all the links and the images down below. Have a nice day, guys.